Cup of Joe.
Yo, yo, yo! It's Joseph Gainez, and this is Cup of Joe. Alright, Evergrande dip. One of the craziest things we've seen in the economy. What can we expect? Look, ripple effects, like this corporation messed up, the Chinese government let it happen, negligence as usual from the banks. It's gonna have trickle effects, and before we know it, the global economy may or may not be affected. We're already seeing the blowbacks from the stock market. We're already seeing what it's doing to the crypto industry. But will we survive? Definitely. I mean, it's things like this that prove that crypto is one of the biggest things that can save the world in terms of a financial, in terms of a freedom, in terms of a safety security standpoint. But let's talk about this. What are the best altcoins to buy right now? Well, you just have to look at the charts. You have to look at the performance of the market. First of all, in our paid groups, we said if Bitcoin breaks 47,000, stop loss. Check. If Bitcoin closes above 42K, we can probably expect a strong wick below this, but ultimately have a 4-hour or a daily candle close above this line of support. Check. Can it go lower? Definitely. Is it going higher right now? Yeah. Am I surprised? Not really. Why? Because the stock markets are recovering today. So, is it time to buy? 100%. But what should you think about? Okay, look, it's simple. If you're in it for the long run, go for good coins. You don't need a stop loss, just let it ride. Regardless of the volatility, you know that in the long run, the prices will go up, and current prices right now are a steal of an entry. If you're here for the short-term gains, then put a stop loss, because if Bitcoin closes under 42,000, there's a chance it's going to go to 38,000, and that's another 10 to 15, maybe even 20% loss on your bag. But jumping right into the coins. If we're looking at the worst performers from a 7-day perspective, I would buy some Luna. I would buy some, what would I buy? Arweave. And I would buy maybe some Harmony, right? So these are very strong coins. Luna, they have their TFI sort of like event tomorrow. That's big. They have Columbus 5 at the end of the month. So at a price of $27.70, that is a steal. My predictions at the beginning of the month was $41. It destroyed that in the first week. So can it go to 50? Probably. I mean, it's not far off. I mean, yeah, it's a 2x from here, but look, I've seen Luna do crazier things. I bought it at $3 back in June. And within 2 months, it hits 40. So for it to do a 2x right now, with the biggest events coming up, I wouldn't bet against Luna. Arweave had a very strong August, but unfortunately, it's been slowly climbing down. There was a lot of buying pressure on the way down, so the dip was very slow and agonizing. But I feel like it's finding its bottom. So under $40, it's a good buy, but only if you're a long-term holder. So what have been the coins who performed horrible within a 24-hour span? There's Atom, Cosmos, and there's HBAR, there's Decred, there's Arweave. But Atom is one that I'm very focused on. Why? It was finally performing well, showing its multipliers after being a laggard for how many weeks and months. Atom was finally gaining attention. I used to be a hater of Atom because I didn't find its tokenomics to be as profitable as the other coins. But the thing is, in the bull market, sometimes you gotta screw the tokenomics, look at the fundamentals, look at the technology, and if it has a strong community and speculation, which Atom does, then the price will go up. So I think under $35, Atom is a steal, but only if you're gonna hold it for the long term. Now, let's think about the short-term gains. What do we want to buy for the short term? Well, you got to look at what's coming up. ADA, Cardano. The price isn't that cheap because it held above 2.1 for the whole dip. So I wouldn't really recommend on buying a heavy bag, but with the summit coming up on the 25th, 26th, there's a chance that some major announcements can pump the price. All right. We have Luna. I already mentioned they have the T5 event tomorrow. They have Columbus 5 coming up at the end of the month. That's a buy. Under 28, under $30. That's a steal. I said on Twitter that Luna will never have a month under $27 again after September, and I'll stand by that. Definitely nothing under 25. Under 27, I don't think it's going to go under that moving forward from October. Next, we have AVAX. It's been performing really well. It's at $65 now. The dip barely affected it. In fact, it didn't affect it at all. It went down and back up right away. It has the apricot update tomorrow. So we got in at early positions there. We were laddering in at around 53. And during this dip, we bought again at around 60. So that was a steal. So make sure you have some AVAX because this can perform very, very well in the coming weeks. And if you don't want to hold it for that long, you can take this 24-hour, 48-hour pump and then reallocate it into your other coins. Now, if you want to have positions early in preparations for the performance in October, there's Polkadot. I talked about this in my previous podcast about the best coins to end September strong, and I'll stand by Polkadot. But let's say you're a more experienced investor, so you're really in it for the long term. You want to look for coins that are underperforming and are incredibly undervalued. Well, then you just have to look at Matic and VeChain. Matic at 115, that's a steal. VeChain, one of the industry leaders in crypto, supply chain management, at 9 cents, that's a steal. Because this coin can easily go to $1, $1.90. I would not bet against VeChain. Alright? I mean, audio, I wouldn't really call it right now. I'm just going down through my list, guys. Audio is one of the coins Team Gainez is holding. Now, if you want to go through low caps, Veracity and Mover. Mover's gaining a lot of hype with the whole Polkadot Kusama narrative, around the whole Layer 1 narrative, and it's a low cap gem. Under 350, that's a buy. It has a trade channel within 330 to 380, so technically you can be buying it at 330, sell at 380, buy again at 330, sell again at 380. But these high volatility coins, they're very risky, so you want to set a stop loss just in case, or you want to hodl maybe. I think personally, if you hodl Mover and Veracity over the next 3 months, you're going to be very, very profitable. But is there a risk? Definitely. You can lose 90% of your bag if Bitcoin goes south. So have a stop loss. So just to recap, guys, I didn't want to talk too much because of this whole crisis, and I know everyone's down. If you never sell your coins, if you didn't make any stop loss, don't sell the bottom. Just hold on. Because eventually, you'll be in profits. So there are two things you can do. You can either hold on for the market to recover, or you can look for other good coins that went down in value more than the coins you have in hand and reallocate your money there. So at least in the recovery, you're getting a better share. So let me go through my list again. Short-term gains, you want to go for ADA, Kusama, Luna, AVAX, with Luna as my favorite. If you want to go for a low cap, high risk, high reward, you're going to look at Veracity and Mover. And then if you're in it for the long term and you want something that's incredibly undervalued, it's Matic and VeChain. But guess what, guys? If you want the most exposure with the least amount of risk and still steady gain, it's obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum. Especially Ethereum. Ethereum at $3,000 right now, that's a steal. Alright? Look, guys. I know a lot of people are feeling depressed with the current volatility, with the current downtrend. And I don't want to say that this is the bottom and we're going to go up from here. Because there's definitely still a risk that we go to 38,000. Below 38,000 is a huge question mark. I don't think so. Be bouncing from here? Probably. The stock market's up right now. And the money can correlate. The money flow is there. We're seeing a lot of long positions opening up, in futures, and we're seeing a lot of buy orders. So, have your heads up. The crypto market is here to stay. If your USDT value is down right now, don't worry about it because eventually it will go up. Don't sell the bottoms, guys. We buy the red and we sell the green. Again, my name is Joseph Gainez and this is Cup of Joe. Follow us on Twitter at Crypto with Joe, and you can even send me a message on Telegram, also at Crypto with Joe, if you want to join any of our groups. Remember, guys, crypto is not for the weak. We're gonna make them gains.
Cup of Joe.